Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren, McCarty, Big Mike Gentry. Playoff week rolls, rages on. Speaking of Rager, Spencer Raxter here in the building. Maybe around 1:45 a.m. in the streets of Royal Oak. Perhaps. It's been known to happen.
Or 5:45 a.m. Who knows?
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it has happened in the past. There's a data set. Now, happy to have you all with us on the WoodwardSports.com YouTube chat thread. Jump in there. Get your thoughts out there. We'll be taking them as the show goes on. And, guys, look, it's Wednesday, right? Wednesday.
Hump day.
It's starting to get real, D-Mac. It's starting to get real. Is it? You feel it?
Realer. It's getting realer. Yeah, no.
You feel it?
It's in the air. It's in the air. I think all you have to do is, one of the things is look at the off-market ticket sales price. I saw a stat this morning on Fox 2. Shout out to our boy Ryan Ermanni and Dina Centofonte and everybody over there, the Fox family, and $430, which was, I think the next most was like $300 in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
It's like the, the question was posed, Neal, which I posed to all three of you. I think I know the answer. And I think this could be a poll, Spenny, real early in the show, is like, does it matter what the off, like at 400 or 500 or 600 because it's the first time or whatever, like people are going to go, they're going to go and they're going to pay. And absolutely, 100%. It was just like the Stanley Cup back in the day. I remember those prices. I mean, my parents were getting offered $5,000 for
I paid
tickets.
for a semester of college flipping those things.
Yeah, no, I mean,
for real.
And so maybe that like an option for somebody who's been investing in this team.
And you know what? As a teenager back then, D-Mac, that was when I learned that everybody has a price. Because I had a price. Because I got tickets, and then I saw what they were going for, and I said, that's the price.
What was it specifically?
That's the price.
97?
Yeah, it was 97. What the face value on the tickets, I think it was right around $100, and that was blasphemous back at that time. You know, it's like around $100,
which would be today like 400.
Right, and they were going for.
Like
I think I got $450 a ticket. I had 6 tickets.
Yeah.
How do you not? As a good friend of ours used to say that worked here, how do you not?
How do you not? And look where
he's still with us.
Hey,
he's
guys,
just not
I
with
hope
us.
you realize this. We just got to the bottom of it. If Neal wouldn't have sold his tickets, he wouldn't probably be here today.
It was part of the evolution.
It was the evolution. That's what got him to school.
Yeah, one semester,
We learned something.
Yeah, no, we absolutely did. But jump into that WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Spenny's jumping in. Does the price of the tickets for the playoff game matter?
I think this playoff game, this one specifically, this Lions home game.
No.
And I'm talking about this game because in a general sense, it I could see why it would, but no, I don't think it does either. If you want to be there, the hype is real. Yeah,
and got the messages coming in here. John effing Lord. Let's go. Stoke not scared. Stoke not scared. Stoke not scared. And, you know, D-Mac, it's something for me where with this game, this was the one that I wanted. And I laid out my reasons as to why. And for those of you that didn't catch that episode, my reasons were because of what dies with it. All of it dies. You win the game Sunday, it all dies. The playoff win thing, the Stafford thing, the Goff thing. All of that dies. And remember that. For those that are saying, well, Neal, the Rams are coming in hot, and they've won 7 of 8, and it's Matt Staff. I know who it is. That's part of it too, D-Mac. A good friend of mine, a very, very good friend of mine told me many times, the only way is through. And D-Mac, never in my life has that hit harder than it's going to hit this Sunday. The only way is through. And remember this too, for the people that are terrified of the Rams and things like that, this Sunday night, it's all different, D-Mac. And I'm going right now. Like, I'm into it right now. This Sunday is different. It's not just a playoff game. It's not just an NFL playoff game. It's not just all the chips in the middle of the table game, D-Mac. There is something extra here in this town. And when the nation sees Ford Field on Sunday night on NBC, when the nation sees, and you'll see him tweeting about it going, oh my God, You see what that stadium is like in there. Just remember this, too. The Rams just aren't playing the Lions on Sunday night, D-Mac. Not this time. Not this game. Because as Stafford left and won his Super Bowl after the safety for the 49ers dropped an interception that hit him in the chest, that's cute. You got your Super Bowl. That's great. Whatever. He's in the way. He's in the way of what I've wanted for 30 years, what you've wanted for 30 years, D-Mac, what this town, what this city, what every Lions fan has wanted for 30 years, they're in the way of it. And they're not just playing the Lions. There's 65,000 plus in there that are going to be absolute animals. And there's millions around here too. Every bar stool will be taken in the city, and it's extra, D-Mac. This line, this game, this one is different. It's different, D-Mac. For me, for going to games with my dad, for having season tickets when they were 0-16, this one is more to me. This one is more to everybody else. This one, Sunday night, D-Mac, is more. And I want everyone to understand that. They know, you know, we know, the people in the chat know, everybody here knows. The world's going to see that on Sunday night, D-Mac. This one is more.
Exonerate your demons, right? I can draw a lot of analogies for us playing Colorado in the playoffs in '97 in the conference finals, right after the March 26th stuff had gone on and whatever. We still had to beat them. They were the defending champions. Right, so we had to go into that to that series, and we had to get through them. There's so much writing on the wall because of the subplots, and because of what it means to Jared Goff and getting over the hump, and in a lot of ways, I draw analogies to the way Michigan was able to win the national championship and get all those extra questions about half the championship in '97 and whatever else. Right, there's a interview going around on Fox 2 of some kid, and I've been waiting 19 years, right? Which us older ones have sort of laughed, but when you dive into it, look at that generation. Look at the younger than Spenny's and Mike's generation. They haven't seen.
They've never seen it.
They don't even appreciate Lloyd Carr or anything like that. So think about with this Lions team in the 0-16. So there's so much here, and here's the one thing, Neal, is that if I was in Allen Park, it's embrace it. That was the one thing. I think Kirk Gibson was the one, taming the lion, right? To sit down with him, and you got to embrace the moment. And you're here, you've earned it, and you're here for a reason, so embrace it. That's what this team has to do. And they're ready for it. Don't you feel like they're built up to this moment? I do too. All the stuff from earlier in the season, all the way back to Dan Campbell's first year coaching, right? Being prepared. You know what the one thing is I hate losing Sam Laporta because we're going to talk about his numbers and how he's ranked and throughout the league and putting up unbelievable numbers in his first year. But you know what? I have confidence because Dan Campbell told me 3 years ago that he was going to prepare that every starter would go down. And so it's time for Brock Wright or James Mitchell or whatever other tight end or whatever they're going to do in that place to step up. And I think this team is ready to play for this moment. And the fans are ready for this moment. They're going to bring it too. This place is going to be rocking. Spenny, you were there earlier this season with the Easy and stuff. What game was that?
Atlanta.
The Atlanta game, and that building was loud, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was. Well, you know what? You've warmed up too, fan base, and everybody's going to spend their hard-earned money for this moment, and they're just like Neal, get it all out down there then, because home field advantage. That's what you have to use, and it's going to mean something else because of all the other storylines. Stafford being probably the main one. But then Jared Goff going against his former team.
And that's the other thing, D-Mac. Like this, the crowd out there with this Stafford boogeyman thing that they have right now. I don't get. He's never been mercurial. He got huge breaks to win that Super Bowl. They act like he walked into town and sprinkled some dust on him, and all of a sudden the Rams were Super Bowl champions. I'm not terrified of Matt Stafford. We know him better than anybody. What is there to be scared of with him? I'm not scared of that guy. I'm not scared of the Rams. There's nothing they do that I'm oh my God, we got to play the Rams. No. There's none of that associated with this, D-Mac.
No, absolutely.
I don't fear a Matt Stafford.
No, you can't. You can't. You have to be ready. You have to embrace it. We all have to. And you know what? There's respect, and you can have the love for it. But he's an enemy coming into Ford Field, and you got to make it as hard as you can against him.
And D-Mac, that's it. Because and you can tell, like, this is real, everybody. I'm getting charged up here on a Wednesday, and I don't know that I can sustain this pace of being bricked up.
You were about when you let your fandom out of.
I don't get to do this a lot.
No,
D-Mac.
exactly. But you let it out, and it's been out.
And I don't get, like, people will say, and I've had people, D-Mac, here's the thing. I've had people like privately reach out, and they're like, dude, like, given what you do, like, is it wise to, like, be that emotional? This is me with my dad. When I was a kid, when I went to that playoff game thinking, wow, it's going to be like this for a while. And we never got back again. We still haven't gotten back to that. Still, I was a little kid then with my dad. Spencer's never seen it in his life. Mm-hmm. BMG's never seen it in his life. Like, this is more, D-Mac.
Yeah.
This Sunday night is, and I still don't think, not everybody here understands it. And I would think that people are feeling the same way I am. But D-Mac, it's a tipping point now.
Now you're elevating it. Now, I mean, to what it truly is, but now you're taking it outside the field. Right?
Because it is.
No, it definitely is, right? But that's how deep the storyline to what you're saying is. It's so layered because we're talking about storylines about Goff playing his former team and Stafford his former team and supposed to be the unsung hero that was sent away, that won the Super Bowl elsewhere, coming in trying to ruin your... Like, that's all the X's and O's and all the storylines on top. You're talking about something that we're going spiritual... So we're
all
going,
of that.
We've all,
yeah.
And it's so many of us that can't even remember, right? Like, look at how many people we've lost in the meet that haven't seen this, right? That would love it. How many people are sitting there going, "Oh yeah, man, Uncle Jimmy, man, oh he would have loved it." So we're taking all that in also, and I also believe what I believe that they'll all be there. Uncle Jimmy's going to be there, but the fact that you're talking about it, and so now within why it's so real, Neal, is because Terminal Dennis, your buddy,
yeah,
right, is talking about it and feeling it all week, and and everybody's bringing it up. I see somebody in the chat just going by, "Hey, I remember watching the Lions first when I was 11 years old." Like this, like everybody's going through that photo album in their head and talking to their friends and calling their grandparents if they're around, and asking them, to the generation that hasn't seen it, anything. Like, this is how real it is. And now we see, here it is. Now we get a little glimpse of when we all say, "Oh, you know what? Like, imagine if the Lions won the Super Bowl. What a party it would be, and how many people." Now you're getting to see the bubble start bursting of why it would be, and this is only here around. Think about this is everywhere. Look at where everybody in the chat is from throughout the world.
You can't even keep up with this right now.
Throughout the world. We're feeling this, and this is one of these. This is also one of these things. If you want to get on that next, that what is the great thing about sports that brings us together. Now we've all been connected through our Lions misery, but this is the time. There has to be a time, right, to fight through, and this is our guy leading us through. Who else would we want other than leading us to the draft table, Brad Holmes, and then his general, right? And Dan Campbell. And the one question I asked you, Neal, do you feel like these guys are prepared? You didn't battle Ash. 100%. Me too.
Because it's never changed. Like, the identity's never changed of what they do. It's never changed.
And it just engulfs everybody that gets involved because it's real. Going back to everybody laughing about we're biting kneecaps when he said it. Well, you know what? What are they doing now, boys? They're biting kneecaps. They just found a way to do it with a little bit of a poshness.
No, and D-Mac, that's what's going to happen. You're going to see this on social media on Sunday night when that game kicks off. And you're going to see all the national writers and fans from everywhere go, "Oh my God, listen to that place." But understand the pain, everybody. My mother, Spenny, who brought cookies in for everybody,
Oh, they're
Great
delicious.
cookies. Yeah.
was not born the last time the Lions won a championship. My mother was not born.
Damn.
I'm a man in my 40s right now. My mother was not born the last time they won a championship. I was a little kid the last time they won a playoff game. Spencer, you've never seen it in your life.
Nope.
That's what's coming through on Sunday. And that's what I'm saying. Like the whole Stafford Rams boogeyman that's supposed to appear out of nowhere, it's overmatched, man. It's overmatched. 65,000 people that are going to just go serial there on Sunday night, dude. The Rams don't know what's about to happen. Stafford played here, and he doesn't know what's going to happen there Sunday night. That's the feeling I get.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. This just kind of boiled over. But this is where I am today because it's real. I know it's Wednesday. And I know that to stay this bricked up till Sunday night is going to be
You
hard.
have to call a doctor.
It's literally going to be hard, Spenny.
Hell yeah.
But I'm up for the challenge, D-Mac.
Well,
I am.
you know
I am
what?
up. I am up for the challenge. And when it's all over, maybe I'll relax a little bit and I'll tone it down. What would be a good step to take?
Well, here's the thing that might bring you down a little bit, but keep you elevated at the same time. Start the year lifted. Visit Dispo Dispensary today for exclusive new deals. Experience Dispo Dispensary, a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere mixed with fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. New Year's, new deals, same plug. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com. Your local cannabis plug.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Lions fan, it's a moment we've been waiting for after 30 years. The playoffs are here in Detroit. Join us for the Ultimate Lions VIP Tailgate this Sunday, hosted by Bullseye Event Group and sponsored by Spenny's favorite. You know it. His new favorites, the long drink. As the Lions take on Matthew Sanford and the Rams, food, music, excitement, and a chance to witness history. As Neal's been telling you, and he'll tell you more. Let's roar together down at Eastern Market Shed number 5. Go to bullseyeeventgroup.com. Get your tickets today.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl and D-Mac, and of course, Spencer Raxter. And look, this Spencer busts his ass every day. He does his show, he cuts clips, he produces this show, he TDs this show, all of it. And he comes up with this show sheet. But when I walked into the studio today, and this has been building all week, and I told you guys I was starting to feel this all week, but right now it's just manifesting itself. And if you miss the first segment, if you're just joining us, go back and watch it. Because I laid down on the couch and broke it all down. And I was telling the guys here during the break, and I talked with my buddies about this last night. We had tickets the late 2000s, the 0-16 season and beyond, for like 4 to 5 years until like the families get rolling and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're talking about you and your boys.
Yep, like
so between like the age, like you guys went out of college, or you had them in college?
Yeah. We were done with college, getting the careers going and all that kind of stuff, and like Maybe he had one little kid at
back
home.
when you were ripping lines on sales at Rocket Mortgage? maybe?
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that
all
time
right,
frame
all right.
in our life. Yeah. But,
Shout out to Ray.
you know, that's what I'm thinking about leading up into this. That's why it's extra. That's why it's coming from a place that I can't account for. Because I'm thinking of that. I thought about going to the playoff game when I was with my dad when I was a little kid, thinking, "Wow, Dad, this is going to happen a lot. We're going to be doing this." And here I am now. It's never happened since. And tailgating with the guys and drinking and going into the stadium, going, "Wow, this team sucks, and they're never going to be any good. And maybe we should go do other stuff instead of coming down here." Like those are the things I'm thinking about right now, and that's what I'm curious about. Like with you, the people in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Teddy Fresh. I was 12 when they played that last home game, that last home playoff game in '93. I remember the game was blacked out because it didn't sell out. That was the whole Sterling Sharp, Brett Favre, deep ball. Heartbreak that was on there. And Spenny, like, as someone who's never seen this before, when you were a kid, now I'll come clean with you guys on this. My middle son was lost at sea about this. He's like, "Why would I watch that team?" His words. Why would I watch that team?
And what was your answer?
I'm like,
because that's what we do.
But when he said it like that, what do you know?
It's called inheritance, kid.
You're ready to suffer.
Yeah, you're going through the same pain I went through, whether you want to or
look
not.
Look at the bank account here. You want to have 3 furnaces when you grow up?
No, but like the Lions lost him to the Seahawks during that run with Russ and the action figure hair and all that stuff. And KJ Wright, who come on the show before and all that stuff. Like they lost him to that. That's real. And I couldn't kill him on that. I couldn't crush him on that.
It's fair.
Spenny, you as a kid, what obviously you're a bit older, but what's your memory of that? What's going to go through your mind on Sunday when they win that game?
I'm gonna cry for sure.
100%.
Sure
I will too.
For sure, gonna shed some tears. I like you said, I've never experienced this. I've never experienced a home playoff game. I've never experienced a playoff win in my life. So this is something that
you're a grown man that runs into trouble with the IRS now. Like that's how old you are.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon too.
Yeah, but what do you got today? What's on the docket today? Is today legs?
Today is chest.
Chest day. All right.
Yeah.
But that's
Chesticles.
Yeah.
But Spenny, like for real, man. How'd you get through it all those years?
My dad, on the back of my dad, like I see how he is one of the most passionate sports fans I know. Like he'll be in the garage or doing something, and any goal, any touchdown, you'll just hear him scream from the garage. So watching him, love these teams and fall in love with these teams had me fall in love with these teams.
Right.
So
You know what just hit
been
me?
like that.
You know what just hit me? You know what tells you it's been so long? Is that you immediately think of empathy to another fan that you know. You're probably a family member that's gone through it longer than you. I want it so much for them, right? That's how long it's been, right? When you have that void, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want it for myself or whatever, but we're all, connected in this, but we can all say, oh, I want it for Terminal Dennis. Or I want,
DMAC.
you know what I'm saying? Like even when I'm sitting here and I could say to you, I said, you'd sacrifice this, and the first thing you're going to think about when they win, no matter what, might be your dad or Terminal Dennis or your buddy that's like gone through
It'll be
it.
Terminal Dennis 1,000,000%.
Right, exactly, because he's gone through it, right? So, and we all have that, I think, don't we?
Everyone's got one of those. Jack Stark, the younger generation has been able to watch out-of-market teams. We only had local market as kids, and that was imprinted on us.
That still doesn't I've watched outer market teams, but the Lions are my favorite team. They've been my favorite team my entire life, and I will never have an emotional connection to another NFL team the way.
And that's how I was. Yeah, and that's how I was. And Spenny, like, it's funny, D-Mac, you brought that up, right? Like, it takes you to an empathetic state.
Oh.
When Spenny told that story, the hairs on my arm stood up because we've all lived. Well, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say it just shows you, like we're talking about how. At least maybe it's faded away because you gave us the fact that your son, right, your middle child said, why would I watch this? Whereas to Spenny's chagrin, you're born into it. It's a lot with the Red Wing culture. It's a lot. I think Detroit sports is that way until, this last 10 years?
It's true. Like,
because they have, but they haven't. We haven't given them anything in this new age of show me, show me, show me, show me. You're only showing them shit, right?
True.
So there's the miss because he's locked in. Mike's locked in from the family, and you can go back to your first memory of going to the Silverdome if you're lucky. Did you guys ever see a game at the Silverdome, Spenny?
No,
Spenny, a man like you would have done very well in the Silverdome.
I went to the Silverdome when I was really young, but I don't remember it.
See, and that's a whole think about that, Neal, because you guys, the story whether you started this with your buddies and tailgating for so many years was Ford Field, or was that was the Silverdome?
Yeah, that was Ford Field.
See,
where
that
we had
wasn't even the
seasons.
Silverdome, right? Which is another miss, but it just shows you how long it is. But
Yeah.
we can all understand it. And that's the whole thing. We can all empathize together. As Lions, it's our moment. And I saw this, who said it earlier, right? As far as, and I saw Destiny's Calling and something about playing football. But it's the confidence we're going into battle with, right?
100%.
Like it's the confidence of our army going into battle. Right, with what we got and the game plan, because we believe, right? It's sort of, I guess it would have to be like it was back in the medieval time when you literally had armies that were defending your castle. You feel pretty safe going in. Now you're going to have to face another army and a team that's been there, got it done before, like some experience. You got Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald, and these are real guys. But this is what the test's all about. The only way out's through, baby.
Nope. In the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, how about this, D-Mac? Nobody says, I'm crying right now. Like, think about it. We're just talking about it on Wednesday before Sunday night. It's Wednesday. And nobody, I feel you.
I'm going to be a mess on Sunday.
There's no, I'm starting to embrace it right now.
Yeah.
Like, Mike Gentry. Tales of your youth as a Lions fan. You've never seen this before. What could happen on Sunday night? You've never seen it. How did you get through it?
Honestly, I don't even know how to answer that question. Like, you basically, as a Lions fan, you just got through it. You just went through the punches, and to get to this point, it's really, you can't even explain the feeling. Like I said, or like you guys said, I'm gonna be a wreck Sunday. I don't even know how I'm gonna watch this. Like, I'm going to be locked in as always.
D-Mac, look at the look on his face right now.
I thought he was going to say Benadryl.
Yeah.
So
but D-Mac, look at the look on his face.
I
man.
always watch the games. You guys
distraught.
know this. I'm always locked in by myself, important games. The Michigan games, I was by myself. Both games to the Natty. But I don't even know, man. It's unexplainable, this feeling, and it's going to be an emotional
The kid
night.
needs some sunlight to begin with. I mean, he's paling out right there. I don't know if we can allow
I'm
him
always
to go
pale,
into
though.
a dark closet. Yeah, which I guess I do you even bear the question, because I see it coming down, about, so like you're all nervous and Mike's all nervous and the fans that are nervous, what are you nervous about? Not winning, right? Because that might be part of your path. So is that the acceptance, instead of knowing, like you and I agree, you're as well prepared as you think this team's ever been.
Yeah, from the team perspective, yeah.
That's all I can ask as a fan.
How about this one, D-Mac?
Other than Laporta being healthy. Sorry.
Pat D. My football memories start the year after their last playoff win. I got the D-Mac and the Red Wings memories with my dad, but never the playoff game. Now my dad is gone, and this game is nuts to me. So, like, this is the point I'm driving home right now, D-Mac. Like, this is where it's at. You think I'm going to be scared of Matt Stafford? Listen to these stories. Think about that play Sunday night.
Who said that? That's what you have to ask. Would your dad be scared of Matt Stafford coming in? Hell no, he wouldn't. He'd be embracing
He's scared of Matt Stafford.
Right? And it's no disrespect to Matt Stafford. Thanks for your service, your career, whatever.
100%.
But now you're on the other team.
You know what?
And
Yeah.
you're the enemy, and I got to make it as loud as possible. And I think you brought up a great point, and I don't want it to go under the radar, is that he's played here. This was his home field.
He's the way.
Make him feel like it's a totally different building that he's in. He's going to look around and go, this ain't Ford Field, because the fans can make it that way.
Let's just get this clear right now with Matt Stafford. Yeah, let's just cut the shit, all right? with Matt Stafford right now. All right? Yeah, there is no thanks for your service. There's no tribute videos or any of that stuff. You are in the way of what we haven't had in over 30 years here. You are in the way. And as Magic Johnson said when he was talking about Isaiah Thomas, when they did the little kiss on the cheek before the finals, and he said, if I got to put him down, then it's just that way. It's just that way now. And you know what? Thanks for your service, all that kind of stuff. No, you are in the way.
Oh, gosh.
And we will take it. We will take it from you.
I thought that was Dan Campbell talking to his team there
for
a minute.
You are in the way. You are the hated enemy right now, Matt Stafford. Sorry about it. I didn't make it this way. This is the way that it is, though. You are in the way, and we will take what we want, and it'll be to your demise.
Circle of life.
Sorry about it. Hey, what do they say? It's National Football League. That's life in the National Football League.
Business.
It is. It's not personal, man.
Listen,
it's business. You are the hated enemy.
When I came back with Calgary, I laid Maltby out. Laid him out in front of the bench.
Wasn't personal?
No. Exactly. He's one of my best friends in life. Business. It's business. He would have done the same to me. So, and there's a love and respect out of it.
There you go,
guys. You
know
it's coming.
There's a story right there. Sunday night at 8:15. It's not personal, Stafford. It's business.
You're in our way.
You're in the way, and you're going to be taken down. Sorry about it. 30-plus years I've been waiting for this. I don't care who's in the way.
You know who's in there to protect Ford Field and protect our Lions, just like they can protect you?
You know who's going to need a guardian Sunday night at 8:15?
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe give him a call, but let's focus on you out there. It's a new year. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts, professional technicians who take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs, but I need you to call Guardian Alarm today. The number, 1-800.
Stay out.
24/7 professional monitoring, call anytime, day or night. Know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as it's needed. But I need you to call the number, 1-800.
Stay out.
Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work. People have been proven to care. Business, pleasure, bless you.
Thank you.
Guardian is there for you. Give them a call today. The number, 1-800.
Stay out. Stay out of showing Stafford any love this week, Lions fan. He is the enemy.
You better stay out of a tribute video or any of that other. Never mind.
Guardian Alarm, local security experts, tell them Big D Energy, we sent you.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Neal Ruhl here for Fairway Packing Company. For over 60 years, the finest steaks in all the land have come from Fairway Packing Company. And when I say all the land, I mean, you know, the finest restaurants, hotels, casinos, pretty much anywhere you've eaten a good steak, chances are it's come from Fairway Packing Company. And here's what you guys can do. The Grab and Go Steak Shop in Grosse Pointe Woods. I did it. Went in there, got some ribeyes, took them home, seasoned them up, threw them on the grill. They were incredible. The greatest steaks I've ever made at home in my life. And you can do it too. Fairway Packing Company. That is the play, everybody. Go online to fairwaypacking.com right now.
Right now.
I can't explain what's happened with the show today. And you want me to be scared when that man is up on the front line? That man right there, that's Aaron Donald right there.
That's
my
my tribal
moment.
chief right there.
That was the moment, D-Mac, where I became fully locked in with Penei Sewell. Fully locked in. Look at those eyes. You think he gives a shit that Aaron Donald's going to be lined up over him? What's he going to do, Spenny? Where's he going to put him?
He's going to put him in a phone booth.
Yeah, like who else?
Like Micah Parsons,
Like
like
who
Max
else?
Crosby,
Like
both Bosa's.
like exactly.
Look at Jonah's face in the background.
He's like, what are you doing? That's Aaron Donald.
He's like, you know who that is, right?
Oh, big bro, that's why you're the big dog.
You know what's
take
funny
that.
looking
Hey.
at what's funny looking at that picture
To
too?
the ones, to the Penei Sewell is my tribal chief, not Roman Reigns. Penei Sewell.
That is fair.
You know what's funny about that picture too? His arms have gotten about 50% bigger.
Yeah, he's got
since that
dad
photo.
strength now too. That was
That was his
opening
rookie-
stage Penei Sewell. He's getting into his final form right now. He is.
Ooh, dude, I love how he just changes to sort of like anime slash
like-
Street Fighter. Like, ooh,
They don't even
Mortal
know.
Kombat.
Aaron Donald hasn't felt this new Penei Sewell before. This isn't rookie Penei Sewell anymore. This is dad strength through the trenches, ready to go. NFC North champion Penei Sewell.
That picture there was Spencer Raxter in the streets of Royal Oak at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Now it's Spencer Raxter in the streets of Royal Oak at 2:10 a.m.
Exactly.
And all the police are accounted for. There's no one coming to save
No
you out
one's
there in the
coming to
street.
save him.
No one's coming to save you. WoodwardSports.com chat there. And I'm sorry, guys. Like, I didn't mean for it to be like this. This is just how it got all on its own. And I got this energy going through me right now. And a lot of you do too. And I'm sorry I can't get to as many people's messages because it is. That's what I want the nation to understand. This is more than an NFL playoff game on Sunday night at 8:15 in Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. It's more than that. All of these stories we've been telling that you guys have been sharing, that's what it is. Matt Stafford ain't playing just the Lions, man. There's 65,000 people that are going to be animals in that place, and I'm here for it. And I chose D-Mac. You talk about the connections and everything, and we took the message from somebody earlier that said, you know, I don't have any Lions memories since a playoff game, and I used to watch games with my dad. Now my dad's no longer with us, and this is crazy to me. D-Mac, I chose to not go to the game this week, to go with my squad that had season tickets when we were 0-16. And we're going to Stick's place at Cicerelli's.
Hell yeah.
And he's bringing his dad. He's bringing his dad. Like, this is as real as it gets.
This is big. This is bigger than big.
I'm going to see if my dad wants to come to the watch party.
Get him, get
Hell
Danny
yeah.
Raxter in. Get him the
Hey.
finest bottle of scotch.
Listen, we'll pull him up a big dog chair like mine.
Hell yeah.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Ryan's reaction. If we're not up by 14 plus in the fourth quarter, so help me God. Ryan, it's never linear, bro. See, this is another byproduct of what I wanted to do here.
You're gonna look onto the stream at some point, and it's gonna look like, you know, everybody should call the suicide hotline, except me, right? Because I'll be in there making sure reviving everybody. But tell them, Neal.
Understand
and we
what
know
you're flying
it's not gonna
into.
Be, hasn't been easy at all this year.
No.
But the bottom line, from my experience, is are you ready for battle? Which means the only thing, obviously, Laporta's injury, but other than that, you know, and I'm confident that either Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell, whatever it is, has a game plan. You know, sometimes when you lose one guy, it takes two guys to fill that void. Okay. You know, comparable, capable guy. And you know what I like? I remember James Mitchell making a catch in the last game on a third down, I believe, or whatever. But it was, you know, at a time they needed it. So, you know, like, these guys are prepared. This whole team's prepared, no matter what they're doing to do their job.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Jake Wegener. You haven't seen my final form yet.
It's true.
Penei Sewell,
That
probably.
is true.
I know, man. Honolulu BS. Sewell is the heart of this team, all dog. And that's what it was. KMG King, this game is personal. King, yes. That's what I'm driving at here. I took the long way. It took 40 minutes to tell you that it's personal. This is personal. For millions of people, personal. Like, if you're a national if you're a national NFL fan that's just going to kind of parachute in and parachute out to the game Sunday night, understand that this is something you've never seen before. Because when you see that environment, you're going to go, wow, it's like that all the time. You don't know, because why would you know? Because we were 0-16 like a decade and a half ago. And then Matt Stafford was supposed to save us. And never did, by the way. Oh, it's personal. Did I mention it's personal? It is to me. You guys do what you want. I'm telling you what it is to me. And that's it, D. This is more than that. That's why, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, I wanted this Rams thing because and I've always been like that, D-Mac. What if it works out? Like, what if I get what I want? I've always kind of lived that way.
This is all the smoke that you want.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday. Like, it's okay that both teams win in a trade. They get what they need and they want, and both sides are happy. And then, because you're supposed to meet up, right, at some point for something that means something, right? This is next level stuff, which brings me to Councilman Colosi out in San Diego.
He's been on one on social media all week.
Yeah, it's been great. But he fun fact, this Lions, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell stepped up at the end of my clock, a D-Max clock. I pretty much had the Lions on Earth time. Where as far as like now it's to that point, getting the smoke from the Lions team that you've helped get to the promised land that they needed to, but they've also helped you. Now you collide in the playoffs, right? And you're set up for success. You have the home field. You have the fans. You have everybody with 30 years of whatever their storylines are, permeated, but together, right? We all have that to share in. Right? That's the one thing that we can, it's sort of morbid, but the fact that the losing to get to this point, right? That's why you can't be scared.
Truth Teller 2011. Aaron Donald had 8 sacks this year. Detroit would love to have a washed up Aaron Donald right now. Not at $31 million a year.
No, but production wise, yes.
Sure. No doubt. He ain't going to have 8 sacks this weekend.
No, he'll probably have one, though.
Depends on where they hide him at. Because I know man up where he's not going to get one.
He's going to have to come through the guards.
He won't be getting one from that right side.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a sack. He's still a great player.
What's the line?
Great players do. What's
the line on that, BMG? We'll put you to work on that one.
Don't act like you haven't already bet it. I mean, you already got a 12-game parlay. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, he doesn't share it with his friends.
No, he doesn't.
Only Juicy.
Yeah.
He had to get Juicy right for date night.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell's goatee. Good to see Dan Campbell's goatee checking out the show. Panay Sewell staring down Aaron Donald is why I love sports. Panay Sewell staring down Aaron Donald is why I love this. I love that. Put that on the ceiling of my bed, Spenny, right there. Like, for real, man. For real.
Hey, Peaceful Tim, I appreciate it. Said Peaceful Tim says, hard to believe a former hockey player stopped me from walking away from the Lions. Love you, D-Mac. Well, I mean, whatever that means, thanks for sticking around, Peaceful Tim. Right? You got to persevere sometimes.
And it's good to hear that D-Mac stopped you from walking away to the Lions, and perhaps I'll have you walk into Big Boy because it's wintertime. It's cold.
Follow me.
It's cold. Yeah, just follow D-Mac. He'll definitely be there for the apple pie hotcakes. I know that because it's down home comfort food at Big Boy. Guys, it's going to be like 55 below zero next week, okay? We're up against it. I don't know if you stepped outside within the last 45 minutes. It's awful out there. It's down home comfort food time. You guys go to your local Big Boy today. The veal parmesan, nice and heavy. The Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, nice and heavy. Spencer Raxter, that's what he's all about. The potato pancakes, nice and heavy. They're back also. The classic lumberjack, the Santa Fe garden omelets if you're more on the breakfast side. Top it all off with the gingerbread shake for dessert. Big Boy, one of Newsweek's best restaurant chains in 2023. That's right, Big Boy is back, baby. They're a Detroit institution.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Tired of the same old Detroit sports wearables? Look, everybody, let's just cut the ish, all right? WoodwardSports.com/shop. Get the Stoke Not Scared shirt. Get the Stoke Not Scared shirt. Get the expedited shipping. Rock it out. Throw away that stupid Detroit Rams shirt you got. Actually, no, because nobody that watches Woodward Sports ever owned a Detroit Rams shirt in their life, so I know better than that. I recant that statement, everybody. The Stoke Not Scared shirt. That's all this commercial is for. The Stoke Not Scared shirt. WoodwardSports.com/shop. All right. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. All of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Appreciate all the stories. Sunday, man. Sunday. Danny G. I'm so ready for this effing game, and it's only Wednesday. I know. D-Mac, I was going to finish that story that I was telling you. So, I talked tough and how I wanted the Rams thing, and I double-clutched for a moment on Monday when I saw the line start to go down. And when I saw the line come out, and I was like, 4.5, that's a bit aggressive. And then I saw the line come down, and then for a second I thought about it, and I was like, what have I done? But then that's when my thought process shifted to what we talked about in the open, where they're not just playing the Lions. They're playing 30 years of futility, frustration, pent-up aggression, 65,000 maniacs in that stadium. That's what the Rams are against.
You know what it reminded me of? Pirates of the Caribbean, with all the ghosts. Yeah. Coming, right? Seriously, all the ghosts of everybody else in Pirates of the Caribbean, when they come up to the fight at the end like that.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what I pictured.
This is no bullshit. That's what this is.
Hey, I'm on the same page.
And that's why I started thinking about it, D-Mac, and I was like, this will be the one. This will be, of all the Detroit sporting events in my lifetime, this will be the one that the crowd will not allow them to lose. Explain this to the people, D-Mac. Yes. Explain as an athlete. You played in the biggest moments in the history of this city.
In one of the greatest venues
with the most insane starved fans forever. The
most fans in the loudest building and...
What does that do to you as a player? In 97, you were not allowed to lose.
You know what it is? Okay, so let's take, right?
Just tell us your story.
I'm not the scientist, right? But I know that the energies and the electrodes or whatever, but the energy in the building, right, raises the levels.
You don't get tired, right?
No, exactly.
You get tired in February on a Tuesday.
The adrenaline maintains, right? And the thing is, that's why you see the ebbs and the flows sometimes, even with the crowd, where it's up and it's down. You'll watch sometimes the play on the field or on the court or on the ice, right? Will ebb and flows. That's why guys, why when it's late in a hockey game, right? Or at any time when you're down and they get the "Let's Go Red Wings" chant going or whatever like this, there is an electricity that you feed off. And maybe you know what it is, Neal? To the best analogy is if you play video games, is that your power is unlimited, right? So you got super boost, you got free super boost for those a minute or so that you're on the ice or whatever in those moments. And you feel that. Like, you can feel that, especially even in warm-up or coming out to the cheers and stuff to get you amped up for the game. To that same point is, like, those are the games that after you're so drained because the energy gets sucked out. So it's the, like, we all know that there's energies that operate this world. So when you can find it like that and it's positive the same way, it can have that effect. It really can, and it's something. And you know what's so weird, and I wonder if it's the same way in football or whatever. But like when the puck hits the ice, as a player on the ice, you hear nothing except the guys on the ice. I can hear the different guys communicating on the ice. When the puck stops or gets whistle blows or whatever, everything comes back in. It's the craziest thing. So the energies work that like something like that.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Borat says, rumor has it Matt Patricia will replace Aaron Glenn as defensive coordinator if he takes the job. We'll work to confirm that one.
No, thanks.
No, but D-Mac, that's where I think it's going to be. That's what kind of put me over the edge to where all the fear and all the concern went away, because the crowd that is there will not allow them to lose. Won't allow it. And
I think that's even more powerful, and like, because it's all that energy for a one game. Sometimes when there's a series, you can suck the energy out of the series and stuff. The fact that it's a winner take all match, all that energy is so amplified, in my opinion.
Rack says it's like when Mario gets a star. Unlimited stars.
Yeah,
for Mario. Detroit Supremacy. This is going to be the loudest crowd in the history of the NFL.
I hope so.
I'm sure they will do like...
I challenge you.
I'm sure NBC will do the whole decibel...
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
...reading thing and stuff like that.
I mean, last time I thought we were going to be loud.
Ruhl had some comments on the crowd on his podcast.
Oh, yeah, let's check that out. Show us that hair, by the way.
Lions fans, I need you guys to show out crazy this week. I know you guys already will, but it's been 30 years. Come on. I need something crazy. Like, the regular season was cool.
30 years?
30 years since we had a home playoff game. The regular season, you guys showed out crazy. Amazing. But this is a new year. Like, you guys need to do the most. Be loud. Everything. Tailgates after the game. I want Stafford not to be able to think type shit, like where he can't even hear himself think. Like, we need you guys that OD this Sunday. But nah, we love you guys. Thank you for
I'm Ross St. Brown on the St. Brown Brothers podcast.
That's a great podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
It is great. I'm Ross St. Brown sounds exactly like my boy Ron. Like, they sound the same. It's a little known fact.
So did you think that your Ross St. Brown was calling you?
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes.
Hey, did Easy and C.J. Gardner-Johnson squash their beef or not?
No.
Still in the streets?
Still in the streets.
All right. Streets are the streets, MC Reg, Stanford Simps can turn into the Packers game. I love the word simp. I don't know why. It's a great word.
Simp's a good one.
It is. It's a Stafford Simps, and there are a lot out there, no doubt about it.
Yeah, there are. I've seen some wild shit on Twitter.
By the way, too, speaking of that kind of like Sunday night stuff, Tony Paul sent the tweet out. Sunday Night Baseball, some of the games were announced by ESPN. The Tigers will get one. They will play in the Little League Classic in Williamsport on August 18th on Sunday Night Baseball against the New York Yankees.
I'm excited for the Tigers this year. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it every time. I have a good vibes going into the Tigers because I don't expect too much out of them. Could they compete for the Central? Yeah. Are they going to? Probably not. But I think they should be a fun, competitive baseball team this year.
Yeah, they're going to need a lot out of the free agent pitching.
Yeah.
And they're 2 question marks.
Casey
so.
Mize, Cy Young year loading. I'm going to dust the jersey off. I remember when I bought it, I bought it like...
Hey, you got to wait till next Tuesday to put anybody in the coffin.
I bought it like beginning of his first year, and he was struggling, and my dad was like, oh, maybe you bought that too early.
And Danny Roxer said you couldn't invest.
Yeah.
Look at you.
He's like, maybe you bought it too early, and then he started balling at the second half of his rookie year, so he's like, oh, no, you didn't, and now he hasn't played in like 2 years. But he's coming back. Casey Mize, Cy Young loading.
There it is. So it is written. This year?
This year. No. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But I hopefully he's back and he's ready to go.
You were just real quiet with that. No,
Yeah.
Just so you could load the clip.
Just so I can load the clip. No, I don't expect Casey Mize to win the Cy Young this year. But hopefully he's healthy and he's ready to go.
Jeremy Anderson, my morning beer spilled between my legs, and now I need a bottom half wardrobe change. That's tough.
That is tough.
Real quick, you excited for any of the other playoff games?
No, I don't give a shit about anything else going on in the world.
I'm excited for the other games.
That was fucking aggressive, bro. Jeez.
No, you know
hey,
what?
Hey, Spenny, you gonna watch?
No.
Hey, degenerate gambler over there.
I lied. D-Mac, I lied. I probably will be headed up to Cicerelli's early, probably by 4:30 on Sunday, just so I can free roll. Just get a free roll watch of the Dallas Green Bay game. Just to watch from a distance and see if it happens. What's going to end up happening. Make no mistake. It will end up happening. We just don't know when. And when I say it's going to happen, we know how it's going to end. We know.
It's the Rain Dakota.
You know what rain is going to do at some point. You don't know when. That's what makes it fun.
At one time or another, you got to blame it on the rain.
In the cold Dakota rain.
And remember this too: if Dallas gets knocked out, then we host the next round.
The one on Peacock is Chiefs Dolphins. That's a good play.
The game time temperature is going to be 2 below 0.
Yeah, I saw that.
The wind chill is going to be 25 below 0.
How's your boy Tua in the?
Not great.
In the Frua.
It's not optimal.
The Frua.
Not great. Tua's not a great performer in the Frua.
Gentry, you bet that game already?
No.
What's the number in that game?
I'm gonna pull it up.
You don't have it off the top of your head, Gentry?
I would still probably bet on the
Chiefs are -4.
4?
I would have nailed it.
The Chiefs are -4.
Yes.
Wow. I might take that, honestly.
I'd take Chiefs all day.
I know.
I'd take the Dolphins +4.
What?
I like the Dolphins. I understand it's going to be cold, but
they can run the ball.
They can run the ball.
People forget that.
A-Chain and Mostert are pretty damn good.
Yeah. They can run the football.
Had like 20 touchdowns this year. A-Chain had almost 1,000 yards in like under 100 carries.
Yeah, but do they like playing in -2 degrees?
No.
Nobody does.
But
guess what? The Chiefs don't either.
But they don't, but they have to or practice in it. Miami doesn't. 4, that's a steal to me.
Yeah, the Dolphins
but I'm not the Feldman champ.
No, you certainly are not.
Did you get an award the other day?
Ryan said that they're working on it when I was in
I got
Feldman Chevrolet.
I got mine right on time. Actually presented to me when I won. So
that is pretty crazy.
Just saying.
Yeah, but we know what's going to be the end story with Rain Dakota. We know how it's going to work out with the Cowboys. You don't know when. But if it happens on Sunday, then the Lions will get another home playoff game, no matter what. So there's that also. They may want to look into reinsuring Ford Field for later on in the season.
Absolutely. I mean, what a great football season. It's been, hey, don't you guys agree? College, I know you're bummed out college is done, but that was a pretty good college football season, wasn't it?
They're all good college football seasons, man.
It was all right.
Pros, do you like the matchups for the playoffs?
Yes.
It's football season, man.
Well, absolutely. So we're all dialed in. If you're dialed into your football, get dialed into your insurance. Do it with Swiss Insurance, just like we do here at Woodward Sports. Give my buddy Mark a call today, 248-800-4177, or go online, SwissINS.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 12th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Rest in peace to the same old Lions. And guess what else has found the grave? The same old rock, paper, scissors game. That's right. Jack Labrador has revolutionized that entire game with 2 new symbols and a franchise-changing 3-point play. Guys, the wind chill's going to be like 20 below next week, okay? You're going to be looking for some card games. If you haven't heard of Jack Labrador, now is your opportunity. JackLabrador.gg. Scan the code on the screen as well and discover the action and find out why. Once you go Jack, you'll never go back. Big D Energy demolished the final word in Jack Labrador. And you can do the same thing to your family members. Go to JackLabrador.gg today. Second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl and Darren McCarty and Spencer Raxter and Big Mike Gentry. If you missed the first hour of the show, I kind of had I don't want to say a therapy session because that suggests something bad. I have turned the corner and am ready to go for the Lions game. And I kind of broke down what the nation's going to be seeing, and you guys shared your stories and what it's going to mean. And D-Mac had a great comp. Pirates of the Caribbean. When all the ghosts come flying out, that's what the Rams are going up against. It ain't just Penei Sewell, and it ain't just the Lions, trademark Ryan Ermanni. I say ain't for a fact. It's all of those things, too. That crowd will not let them lose. I'm convinced this will be the most electric atmosphere we've ever seen in Detroit sports. With all due respect to D-Mac Stanley Cups, which you say, how can it be more than that? The way is because there's going to be 65,000 people instead of 21,000. That's why. And it's going to be insane, and I can't wait. Pete Smith has a question about the Cowboys, D-Mac. Which one of their running backs will take the final snap this year? Remember old Zeke Elliott out of the shotgun? Remember that? That was fun. I enjoyed that, man. It was good times had by all. Lots of slander, too, about the Dolphins. Guys, I think the cold weather Dolphins thing has been priced in to that line. I'm going more and more along the lines of Spencer Raxter's thinking, where I think I do like the Dolphins plus the 4. Spenny, if it went down to 3.5,
yeah.
But 4?
4. I like the 4.
I do too, man. I do too. Ron C. And get involved in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Ron C. I think it's destiny. The curse of Bobby Lane was vanquished after a boy born in his hometown comes to the D and falls, then only to leave. So there's that as well. Hoofhearted says Green Bay has my permission to beat Dallas on Sunday. So D-Mac gets out there in the stars, man.
Hell yeah.
And I know that you're a big stars and karma and energy guy.
No, for sure, dude. No, I mean it's all playing right, but the biggest thing too is it's not a whim and a prayer, because every time you go back to, are you prepared? Is what you're sending into battle, are you confident? And yes, absolutely. Because you've seen it, and now you've seen the consistency of it. That's the difference, Neal, from the past.
Let me do this, and we're going to do the top 5 list, and we have top 5 Woodward slappies. Why do we? and I didn't know about this when I suggested it, but then when we all put our list together, this is going to be electric too. You know BMG.
This is great. This is going to be a top 5.
Top 5, top 5?
Yeah, top 5, top 5.
And why is it a top 5 list, Spenny?
Because it's twice or half as boring as a top 10 list, which is what the morning show does.
There we go. Spenny had a great question on here, and I do want to talk about it. D-Mac, who do you think would win? The 2014 Detroit Lions
Godzilla.
or the 2023 Detroit Lions?
We had Glover Quinn on the heavyweights yesterday.
He laid it down.
He laid it down.
What did he say?
He took the 2014 Detroit Lions.
Now, he's compromised.
Maybe a little biased.
Because he was on that team.
But he talks about, their defense, they have a much better defense, which you can't argue that. And then on the other side, you've got Calvin Johnson, you've got Matt Stafford, you've got Golden Tate, you've got players like that, Reggie Bush, Joik Bell, that they match up pretty good against this Lions defense. He did say that this Lions defense will have the coaching advantage and they have the much better offensive line.
I would go slightly, 3-point game, kick at the buzzer to the 14, just for the fact that we have this team, this 2023 version has not proven to shut down the number one receiver. Calvin will go off.
And they have Matt Prater.
And they got a guy. So I think it would be close. Probably 27-24 game. Maybe 24-21.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Andrew Jones said, Ermanni with the J.J. McCarthy will be the number 1 overall pick. It's the most slappy thing I've ever heard. I agree. I'll talk. Wait, that may come up. It may come up in the slappy.
We may have the video ready.
We may have the video. We may not.
We do.
Well, we might not.
We might.
But we might. And look, I've always said, and the reason that team, that 2014 Lions team, as we've been kind of talking about our demons and everything like that, since the 91 Lions team that won that playoff game, and I know Ryan Lentz, it was technically 1992 when they won the playoff game. I know, I get it. Thanks for your details. You must be fun at parties, Ryan Lentz. But with that, what? He's my guy. He knows it.
I know that tone.
I've always said the 2014 Lions team is the best Lions team of my of the whole non-playoff victory run.
But it was a
far and away.
It was a shooting star,
and that's what it was, because Ndamukong Suh lifted that defense.
See, and here's the difference. You just brought it up, right? And sorry to interrupt you. I do it all the time, but I apologize.
I know. Hey, 10 years, man. I know.
But right, here's the thing. This is why it's different now. Because that 2014 team, we went in with a lot of confidence, but this was our one shot. We had one bullet in the gun, right? And this was it. So you couldn't go in all in with everybody else. I mean, everybody was bringing everybody with them, like we're saying, using the analogy of the ghost from Pirates of the Caribbean. But the fact is, Neal, is that you've built something. It's different this time, even from then, because it's not this ain't a musket gun that we're firing with one shot, meaning that the team's coming back. They built something here. This regime, and now, right? It's not phony. It's just this is the norm. This is what it is. This is going to be the norm. Expecting home playoff games, because that's what you built. And before we knew Sue was leaving back in 2014, we knew that was like a one shot. And we were so desperate, but there's still in the back of our minds, we knew that this was it, so you can't be all in. Now I think we're all in because we're even hardened 10 years more. 10 years, dude.
And I'll tell you what.
Wow, 10 years.
I love Sam Laporta. DeAndre Levy would be giving him hell in the middle of the field. Like, we forget how good of a cover linebacker Levy was when he was in his prime.
And
he
know
led
what?
the league in interceptions one year
I
as
know.
a linebacker.
And Sue, rightfully so, gets all the credit for that defense. Rightfully so. Guy was an all-pro.
Yeah.
Like, he was phenomenal, incredible. We talk about Sims. I was an Ndamukong Suh Sim.
Yeah, me too.
And I was right, because look what happened after he left. But that being said, that was the weapon that made that team go. Like DeAndre, and that's a good catch by you, and obviously, your discussion with Glover Quinn. Levy was a weapon that most people don't have, even in today's day and age.
You just call him a cheater?
Who?
Him, looking at his textbook, Grover Quinn. I mean, the fact he did an interview with Glover Clinton is like he had the textbook next to him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, that was sort of like the everybody caught it. That was that.
Yeah.
Just like, no, nicely done. Way to go.
He never got the credit he deserved either.
No.
DeAndre Levy here.
Oh, him either. Yo.
But D-Mac,
Stephen Tulloch, he was pretty damn good in the middle.
Yeah, they had a very, very good linebacking crew.
Tahir Whitehead, I believe, was on that linebacking core too.
He was. But D-Mac, a shooting star was the year it all came together, and it was the last year. And I do believe that's part of the reason too that I thought Sue got an unfair rap in the town, because they're like, well, he couldn't wait to leave. It wasn't that he couldn't wait to leave. He was going to go where he got the most money.
But
Sue plays for money.
But even Terry, wasn't Terry the one, was reported that he never was.
Yeah.
But he was never committed here, right? And that's the whole thing. It was always rental, right? Because it wasn't the basis of your players that you look to now that are the fabric, right? Amon Ross St. Brown, right? He's a fabric, right? He's a combination because he's a grind liner at heart, yet he's got... I think he's a Pro Bowl talent, even though the rest of the league doesn't.
What about this? I'm curious to get your guys' take on this. Is a great point by Byrne. The problem with the 2014 team is who's coaching the team, which is Jim Caldwell.
Yeah.
He would get outplayed and outcoached by a more aggressive Dan Campbell. And that's not nothing.
That's not nothing.
There would be a point in that game where it would come down to a call that Dan Campbell 1,000,000% would do, and Jim Caldwell 1,000,000% would not do. And I'll give you an example. That happened in the playoff game, as a matter of fact. 5 minutes to go when they're up in the game, and it's 4th and 1.
Campbell goes and Caldwell doesn't.
Dan Campbell doesn't hesitate for a second.
You get that 1 yard.
And you get the 1 yard.
And you win the
game.
And
you win the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what, Byrne? Credit to you, my man. You wrapped this all up nicely.
Right, but
this team.
I guess it didn't get the attention that it deserved because you said that Glover said that is the fact that coaching was different, but we didn't look at it like seriously in-game coaching, which could be the biggest difference.
And imagine if that offense had Ben Johnson instead of Jim Bob Cooter and Joe Lombardi.
Joe Lombardi.
Imagine if they had Ben Johnson with Matthew Stafford, Golden Tate, Calvin Johnson, Reggie Bush, Joik Bell.
I just wanted to go back to that though, Spenny.
Eric Ebron, Brandon Pettigrew,
Calvin's blessing.
Yeah,
we were a piece away.
I'll tell you what, Ben Johnson's offense would have made Eric Ebron a Pro Bowler.
You know how I know? He was a Pro Bowler in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Or was it Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
I think it was.
He was a Pro Bowler. The moral of the story: he was a Pro Bowler.
But
I'm guessing Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Byrne has got me on this now. The 2023 team is better because you could give the coach the 2014 team and they would have won the game. I am 1,000,000% convinced of that because he would have went forward on 4th and 1.
Schwartz?
If Campbell was a coach.
Oh, yeah.
If Campbell was a coach of the 2014 team, they would have won because he'd have went forward on 4th and 1.
I think the team is better in 2014.
Pittsburgh.
But
it was Pittsburgh? Yeah.
But the coach was not.
Anton.
Can you... D-Mac.
They have the offensive line and the coaching advantage.
D-Mac.
I give everything else to 2014.
Last year, 1-6. Do any of you live in a time and space continuum where you could picture me sitting here on this day right now going, back when they were 1-6, going, well, if the 2014 Lions had Dan Campbell as a coach, no doubt in my mind, unequivocally, they would have won that Dallas Cowboys playoff game because it never would have came down to them getting the ball back.
Yeah.
Wild times, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But can you also say this, right? I'm going to be devil's advocate. Okay, the fact that the game was coached differently back then, to the point where the aggressiveness of in the last 10, we're talking 10 years.
Definitely
10 years where that, you know what I'm saying? We're not putting as much because out of sight, out of mind, but how much more
the analytics play into it more nowadays for sure. But I still think there was. You had Sean Payton, you had Ron Rivera. There were gamblers back then.
No doubt.
I agree. Caldwell saying so, but Neal, my question would be, what about? Because you're right. Because what if you switch the coaching? Caldwell coaching this team, Cooter coaching this offense, whatever like that. Would they get the result out of it? No, I don't believe so either.
I don't think so.
Well, I got swung there.
Yeah.
Pretty good, as a matter of fact. Hey, talking to you live from the Planet Fitness Studios. As you guys know, they're the best gym in the gym game. It's a judgment-free zone. Anybody can go there and work out, work on your fitness goals, all of that. The price. Right now they're doing the deal. 24 cents down, 2024, $10 a month, access to your home club. You want to be a baller, shot caller, get the black card. $24.99 a month. You got access to over 2,400 Planet Fitnesses in the world, over 50 of them in Metro Detroit alone. They got guys, you don't need a GD rock wall, all right? Army of treadmill, tons of weights, 30-minute circuits, ellipticals, all of it. Guys, just go in there and get it done. You keep saying you're going to do it. Planet Fitness is right there for you. I've been a member there 3 years. I'll never be a member at another gym. Never. Never, ever. Never, ever. Never. Planet Fitness for me all day long. Go to planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand. You offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers have come to know and trust. Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Find the brand you want. LesStanford.com.
Back at it, McD Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, and D-Mac, and Spencer, and Big Mike Gentry as well. All right, buddy.
Modelo.
Top five time. That's right. Why do we do a top five, Spenny?
Because it's half as boring as top 10, which the morning show does.
Absolutely. There it is. So we just cut it in half. Do top five. Today, the top five slappies at Woodward Sports.
Can I go first?
All of a sudden, yes. All of a sudden, I'm getting kind of nervous a little bit. I was just kind of indifferent to it, but when we started putting the list together, this is going to be great.
This is going to be a good one.
It's going to absolutely be great. Spencer Raxter calling to the stage right now. It's Spenmo.
All right, my top five slappies list for Woodward Sports. Number 5, I have myself on there for anime and Michigan State.
You know what?
I put up there.
Good call by you.
Thank you.
The anime stuff.
Yeah.
Just gets in the way sometimes.
It does.
You slappy.
I put it in there. Anime and Michigan State. At number 4, I have Tom Masway for Dead Baseball Players and New York. That's what he is a slappy for.
He does. If you're a dead baseball player, chances are Maz thinks you're better than anyone playing
exactly.
today.
Babe Ruth sucks, Maz. Number 3, we have Booner for Lions and U of M. It's Booner. We know what Booner is. We know he's accepted it. It's the Booner path. He is a slappy. At number 2, I have our very own Sam Stick Day for the Detroit Lions. He will admit it.
Clarence.
He's proud of it. He is a slappy. Shout out to Stick. And number 1, I have Ryan Ermanni. The guy Ryan Ermanni. I love him, but yeah, for U of M and for the Lions, the man is the slappiest there is. So Ryan, I got him at number 1.
More on that later. BMG, you interested in going next?
Yeah, put me up.
All right. Calling to the stage,
Spencer,
that's
I
right.
actually left you out, too, and I was going to put that.
Big
But
Mike Gentry.
Number 5 is honestly my good friend Lindsey Hunter, because he claims he's a Lions fan. He'll come up here and say it every time, but he'll use the Lions against us and towards his 49ers. Coming in at number 4 is my great friend, Darren McCarty.
Oh, my God.
In Oak Island. There's no bigger slappy than D-Mac. He watches a show that nothing even happens every single week. He'll come in here and talk about it. For no
I made
reason.
a list.
Number 3, I got Maz. Anything New York and New Jersey, similar to Spencer. I have no idea what's up with Maz in New York and New Jersey. He just won't give it up. Number 2, Ryan Ermanni in Michigan. For various reasons I don't need to explain. And then number 1, Jeff Iafrate and the Pistons. This guy still watches the Pistons every single night, even though he doesn't say he does, and he doesn't want to talk about it on the show. Sam Flannel has to beg him not to talk about it on the show. So Jeff Iafrate is my number 1.
I have to say.
The Oak Island one is great.
That one... That's the best.
Yeah.
That's a missed opportunity by me.
Yeah.
That's me being bad at my job.
That's my boy right there.
That's
Raise
incompetence
that kid
on my
proper.
end.
Yeah.
Because it's not on my list.
No, it's
I
not.
failed myself. Yeah. I failed you. I failed the people. I failed the fans of Woodward Sports. That's a straight L.
That's fair.
Straight L from
Out
me.
of sight, out of mind. I get it. Thanks, Mikey.
That's a good one, Mike.
Woodwardsports.com chat thread. Some reaction, early reaction. Hoof-hearted. Maz for crappy quarterbacks in the draft has to be up there as well. Also, Woodwardsports.com chat thread. Mike G, U of M slappies aren't slappies anymore. We are champions, leaders, and best. Word. No, Mike G, I have video proof of something for Michigan people that are slappy about that was in fact the opposite of being a national champion as far as the take is concerned. Danny G, where is Neal for Planet Fitness? Being a slappy and having a business arrangement are two totally different things.
Two different things.
So that can't be the case. What do you guys think? We're halfway done.
Yeah.
You want me to go next?
Yeah, I do want you to go next. But what do we think so far?
I like Gentry's better. Not gonna lie. The Oak Island one got me.
I almost put you at number 5 too for anime, but I didn't know if that was too much. You and D-Mac.
All right, D-Mac. Batting third. Shout out Jim Price.
Right, exactly. 2 off the board because I thought, I have to include Neal and I. Neal, Joe Dumars.
Yeah.
And Brad Holmes.
Okay.
He's a slappy for that.
100%.
It's an honorable mention. I figured I took us out of it. Me, it's a wiser plan. Slappy, and Oak Island.
Oak Island.
So I mean that was the.
You know what? Real quick.
What?
Accountability. The minister of accountability, the minister of integrity, just looked you in the eye and said, "I put myself on this list."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Exactly, because that's the way it is.
That's why I've messed with you for a decade, D-Mac.
I appreciate that, bro. Here's to 5 more. Let's see.
5 more years. I'm counting.
No, 5 more decades.
Oh,
you said decades, bro. All right, hold on. Let's see. I can't read that far, so I'm going to pull my list up. All right, number 5, I got. It was supposed to be Booner.
Yes.
Oh, it is. Oh, I wrote wrong. Booner for his, what did I say?
Positivity, player bets, and Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay, number 4, Maz. Anything pre-2000.
Literally anything.
Pre-2000. That's Maz's wheelhouse. You guys already nailed the New York and everything else. Number 3, Flannel for his stats and unpopular takes.
That's a good one.
Especially by me. I put that in parenthesis. Number 2, Ermanni and anything Michigan, whether it's Michigan or their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. And number 1, Spenny. Because he's involved in everything at Woodward. He's got his dirty little hands in it.
Yeah.
So he's the backbone of Michigan. So he's a slap. He's got his dirty little mitts all over. Listen, all over the building. All
His
over the
dirty little
building.
Thank you, D-Mac.
You got it. Love you, Spread.
Love you too, brother.
You know what though,
You got
D-Mac?
number 1 vote, Mike.
I'm gonna take exception to that description though. You're walking around acting like this man's got Post Malone hands or something like that. His hands are far cleaner than Post Malone's hands.
It's just because he's in all the different pots.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, he knows he's, trust me, Spenny's. There's a lot of things going on in this building at the network and stuff like this, in and out. Spenny has full grasp. He's the backbone.
BMG, you remember those Post Malone commercials?
Didn't raise a dumb kid.
Damn right.
Post Malone had his own bit on this show for a while.
Oh yeah, you remember his Jägermeister commercials during the NHL playoffs where he had his fingers in everybody's shot of Jaeger. There was, I don't care if they were free.
Shouldn't drink. You guys.
I am not drinking a shot of Jaeger where Post Malone's fingers have been in it.
Post Malone wasn't putting his fingers in the Jaeger when I was still drinking.
No,
that's fair.
And if he were, you would say
he waited till I quit.
I'm good.
He
bro.
waited till I quit. I drank out of the bottle anyways.
We're up against a break. I'll do mine on the other side of the break. Is that cool?
That is fair.
Is that fair? Because somebody here, Real Cream of Wheat, said, I'm a slappy for rock walls. Well, then you're a slappy, too, for paying too much for your gym memberships here live in the Planet Fitness Studios. We'll be right back to the Planet Fitness Studios after this.
Nice. And if you're a slappy for your dog or cat, all you have to do is go to Premier Pet Supply to give them the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. All the same prices and conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They are family owned and operated for over 30 years. They have over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com. Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash-infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good, like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. A gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you're missing out. They are so smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% out. Use Woodward or go online, www.gloriouscanna.com. Use 2 N's.
Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl and Darren McCarty and Spencer Raxter and Big Mike Gentry. All of you at the woodwardsports.com chat thread. Appreciate all the likes and all the clicks and everything like that. We're in the middle of top five Wednesday. We got one more to go. Reaction to the woodwardsports.com chat thread. Jake Wegener says, let's be honest, you're not drinking Jaeger to begin with, Neal. Which tails nicely into John Mayer. Neal and his bourbon. I'm similar.
Shout out John Mayer.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you.
One of the greatest guitarists of all time.
Yep. But, Jake, you are correct. Yeah, I am not drinking Jaeger. I'm not going to deny it and say I didn't have a run. We all had a run in our early 20s with Jaeger, except for Spenny. He claims.
I did not have a run with Jaeger. I'll admit that. I never liked it. Never will.
Well, nobody liked it.
Yeah, I didn't do it. My runs were, I had a Ciroc run where, that was a lot. R&R run, 40 run.
Was gold? Everyone had a 40s run.
Yeah.
Did you, was Goldschlager still in play during your prime?
Goldschlager, no. Never did a Goldschlag.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't even do that.
Yeah. I was a lot of R&R, though. Like I said, it was like a $9 fifth. Come on now.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Gets the job done.
Yeah.
Rich and rare, baby. Add her Black Velvet. Oh yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah. That's good stuff right there.
Black Velvet, man. All right. Final top 5 list. I will Bat cleanup here today. It is time for Neal Ruhl's top 5. First off, I have an honorable mention to Neal Ruhl for winning people money with the get right picks, with the lunch bets, with the UConn at 30-1 to win the NCAA tournament, for all of it, with the 53-21 get right. Myself, for winning you people money. Now, you guys are never grateful for it, but I don't expect you to be grateful for it. All I hear about is the one that I lose. No one ever talks about the almost 3 that I win in its place. But you know what? It's all good. I'm cool with it. So I'm a slappy for winning you guys money. All right. Number 5, I have Mr. Broder. Woodward and Maine to a lesser degree, but Mr. Broder. Have you ever seen Matt Broder predict that the Lions would lose on Woodward and Maine? Ever?
No.
It's like a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle in mint condition.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
It's fair.
You've never seen it.
Is he undefeated in his Lions predictions?
I think he's taking the Lions every week, except the week they played the Chiefs.
Okay.
He might have even taken them then. I don't remember. Number 4, our good cohort here on Big D Energy, Lindsey Hunter, for his love of the 49ers. He talks a whole lot of yang for somebody that cheers for a team that hasn't won a Super Bowl since Beverly Hills 90210 was number 1 in the ratings, okay? I'm just saying. He talks a lot about a team that hasn't done anything, by the way. I want to officially welcome Pete Spivak to Woodward Sports. You've seen him as the TD on the final
Pete's
word.
diehard at the like he's endeared himself, as Coach Campbell would say, to the herd at the live streams. He's a big part of it. Spenny, don't you see? He's a great addition to the live stream, I think.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Love Pete.
And now he's officially going to be a part of Woodward because he is number 3 on my slappy list. Pete Spivak, you can check him out from 2 to 4 on the final word. For his Michigan fandom and being at the live stream with the Michigan shirt on and everything, like, this man went to Bowling Green and goes to their bowl games at the Quick Claim Bowl and goes to see them lose by 20 at the arena against Oakland. Shout out Oakland tonight, 7 o'clock, ESPN Plus. I'll be on the call.
And
he's a Bowling Green alum, proud alum, but when it's live stream time, all of a sudden, he's got the Michigan shirt on. He's acting like one of the boys. When his team, Bowling Green, intercepted J.J. McCarty 3 times in the game. But when it comes time, all of a sudden, he's a big Michigan fan. What do you got,
Your Honor,
D-Mac?
I have an exhibit. There's an exhibit out there on Pete's phone. I saw it. It was his favorite picture ever from the backs of the Bowling Green. Where? In Michigan Stadium.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly, which goes to show you're exactly right. Just wanted to present that.
Thank
we
you.
saw that photo the other day.
We did. So I want it out there, Pete Spivak.
And his text noise is a wet fart. It's pretty funny.
What?
Anytime he gets a text, he goes...
He did go to Bowling Green.
Pete's the man. Lumpy.
And they did intercept J.J. McCarthy 3 times.
Pete.
National champion J.J. McCarthy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jeff Iafrate at number 2. His next big take will be his first. You ever hear the way, he's like, no, so-and-so's got to be better. I can see why people like him, but he's got to be better. But he'll get better. And then that's it.
Well,
every single time with everybody, this guy. And he didn't want to shave the head originally when he put the hair on the line.
stats to me, Daddy.
Remember, he put the hair on the line. He wouldn't do it. D-Mac had to go talk to him.
Well, we just had I don't think that he realized. I just showed him the fine print in the contract that he made to the people. And if you want to be a man of the people,
yep.
Right? Whether they're, differently, the Hollywood of the people, then you got to be accountable. So that was all him. It was all his decision making. He wasn't sure. It wasn't fully explained to him, and that's what I agree. Hopefully, maybe somebody has a take, or
I've talked to him about it.
He's gonna do a take, and maybe he can send it to us so we can play it. Maybe
one day.
Maybe one day.
I'm on my knees, Lucas.
Mike G. Broder is a Michigan slappy and a changeup. Broder's not a Michigan slappy because he went there and he played there.
Yeah.
That's like Braylon. Hey, Braylon's not a slappy to me because Braylon will keep it real with you.
Yes.
Me and Braylon have had many, many real Michigan discussions.
Am I a slappy for the Red Wings? Does that count?
No, because you work for them.
Yeah.
What? I get.
Hey,
No, but I mean, because
loyal to the bag, bro.
and right back at you, friend of 10 years.
Yeah.
What did I learn from my friend Neal? With that bag. No, I didn't know if the rings when you win for them. If you play
you're
for 'em,
in it.
If you go,
you are them.
Yeah, but there's also something to somebody who's authentically and genuinely cheered for them that didn't go there from a young age or something like that. If you show me the path, right?
Right, but that'd take a long time. We'd use up a lot of the show on that. And then number 1, Ryan Ermanni, not because of Michigan slapping him. He went to Michigan.
J.J. McCarthy.
Ha ha! But his J.J. McCarthy slappiness. I've heard that he's a J.J. McCarthy. I've heard he's very accurate, though, with his J.J. McCarthy predictions. Is that true?
It could be true. We have one right here.
Do we? Let's hear.
Second touchdown to Roman Wilson in the corner of the end zone. That was a freaking pro throw. I mean, I think, look, I'll just say it.
Heisman.
Well, he definitely will be in New York for the Heisman. I think he's going to be the number 1 player selected in the NFL draft, unless it's like a Marvin Harrison kind of thing. The way he can beat you with his head, the way he can beat you with his legs, the way he can beat you with his arm. J.J. McCarthy. Now, I've said a lot of outlandish things on the air, and I'm willing to take the incoming all you want. Feel free. Fine. I am willing to take it. J.J. McCarthy is going to be the first quarterback taken in the draft.
J.J. McCarthy.
Now, we'll be fair. We will be fair.
Yeah.
We'll let the draft play out.
Yeah. I mean,
and we'll see.
It's not going to happen, but he cashed in a championship.
He did. I'm not saying he's a slappy from Michigan.
Yeah, no. But
J.J. McCarthy slappy.
You know what's the best part?
Crazy.
Is being a slappy. You're consistent.
Yeah.
That is true. Reaction to the top five list. Nightman says this is a top five list. People Pleaser says the Jeff Iafrate slander is both mean and accurate.
That's fair.
It's 100% fair.
What, Cat Williams out here telling the truth like we can?
Detroit.
I watched that shit like 4 times.
I know. I got to check it out.
It's so good.
Dude, it's the greatest.
Yeah.
Friday we travel to Indianapolis. I'm gonna check it out.
The whole podcast.
And I love it because he defends my guy Bernie. You know, Bernie's my guy.
Bernie Mac was pretty funny. Detroit supremacy. Number 1 is Booner for a school he never attended. And look, I'm not gonna get all into that. I'm not.
You wanted Pete for it.
He went to Bowling Green.
Booner went to Saginaw.
Right, but he also wasn't here at Saginaw Valley's football game when Saginaw Valley played against Michigan, celebrating Michigan for, we picked him off 3 times.
That is true. That's fair.
You see what I'm saying? Like whatever fits Spivak's narrative, that's what he's about.
Where did Flannel go? Somewhere in Chicago. I forget what was it called. I can't remember.
Chicago Dental Infirmary?
No, I can't remember the school he went to. I know he went to Specs later, but there was a school he went to at first. I can't remember what it was called. Oh well.
Was that the nunnery?
Yeah, something. It was something. I can't remember.
Sacred Heart of the Redeemer.
Freddie Felt 313. I'm an Oakland U alum and I'm a Michigan fan. Deal with it. Oh, that's fine, Freddie. As long as you watch Oakland basketball on television, we're cool. You don't even have to sit there. Just turn the TV on, Oakland basketball. You don't have to sit there and watch it. We'll be good with that. Mm-hmm. Oakland doesn't have a football team either. So, I don't have a huge problem with that because Oakland doesn't have a football team. I know what Michigan basketball has in L anytime they've ever stepped in foot at the arena.
Oh, arena's a dope spot. It's no Breslin, but it's dope.
But it is. We have a good time in there.
Small little side note on that. Is the scuttlebutt amongst the peoples in the league, is it a tough place to play?
Yeah, 100%.
It's considered there's definitely home.
Yeah, I got the best student
advantage.
section. It's tough, no doubt. It's loud. It's
use it to
small.
their advantage.
It's an odd gym in that the baskets hang from the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? It's like that old school barn type stuff. So that's a bit of a change up. It's fun. The games are pretty quick. They go back and forth. Where were we at, by the way? Oh yeah, let's do Hamlin. Why not, right? Hamlin Pub, everybody. You guys know what it is. It's Hamlin Pub. Go to hamlinpubs.com. 7 locations in the Metro Detroit area. They got the game day specials. Every NFL game, every Michigan sports game. So chances are, like tonight, the Pistons are playing. Tomorrow night, the Red Wings are playing. You get where I'm going with this? Game day specials every single time sports are going on. It's the pub where everyone's a regular. Go to hamlinpubs.com. Find out which one of the 7 Metro Detroit locations works best for you. It is Hamlin Pubs.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 12th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Here for Feldman Automotive. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a first-class and convenient car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman Automotive dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. You guys already know every other Monday we're live at Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. You know what Feldman Automotive does in the community as well. We've talked to them here on the show before. With your next car buying experience, use the Feldman Advantage. Go to feldmanauto.com. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, and D-Mac, and BMG, and Spenny. The voting is open. Who has the best top 5 list? And I have to say, BMG should win this one going away.
Yeah. Voted for him.
Yeah, I did too. The D-Mac at Oak Island, we were all asleep at the wheel. Mm-hmm. All of us. So
appreciate that. Hey, we're getting closer. We plugged the hole. Got the cabin on the side. You know, next week's a big week.
I know.
No,
I fell asleep actually during the end of this week.
Oh, well, D-Mac, I never miss it.
I know because you never watch.
I never watch it, so I never miss it.
Sort of like the morning show.
I do watch a morning show the day after big events because I want to get a feel for where the people are. You know what I'm saying? To like what they're talking about, so that can shape what we talk about, so we can take it, you know, where we need to go.
It's very professional of you, Neal.
But that's the only time. It's not. It's not for.
You're not consuming. Well, you just said that fence sitting was Jeff, so you're not consuming an opinion. Maybe
obviously
you're assuming
not.
What to disagree with from Flannel. See what that take is.
No, and it's not to say he doesn't have good opinions. He does. You know, he has some bad opinions, but you know, his opinions could be better. Hear that right there?
So he's sort of like Jared Goff. You know, good games are good. His bad games are bad.
Well, no, because Goff's second in the league in passing yards and 4th in touchdowns.
I know that tone. That's to never say that about Sam Flannel.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? How about what's? Did we want to do numbers?
Oh yeah, numbers.
Top 5 numbers.
Top 5 numbers.
Do we want to do that next week, or are we leaving it in there? I see a lot of.
Okay, so let me see here.
We already did planets, Mike.
Yeah, we already did planets. We have, top 5 numbers is out there. Top 5 elements on the periodic table.
That's a good one.
It all starts with hydrogen, guys. Top 5 MILFs.
There's no way Spenny can get his list down. somebody would be offended in his list. Could you get top 5 milfs? I know top 3.
Chromium says
number one's already got a lock. She's won it like 4 years in a row.
The reigning, defending
Kendra. She's got the trophies.
Chromium says top 5 eggs.
She got me through a lot of sleepless nights.
And she doesn't even know.
She doesn't even know. The unsung hero.
BMG. I do kind of like this one. Top 5 eggs.
Top 5 eggs is a good one.
You were a former cook.
Oh, yeah.
Would that be egg dishes?
The worst egg to make of all time is poached. I hated making poached eggs. It was so annoying. It breaks so easily. And it's always the 70-year-olds that come, I want 2 poached eggs, poached light with hash browns.
And you're like,
done.
oh.
My sausage fried hard, toast dry. It's like, all right, Gladys, you'll be back here at 6 a.m. again tomorrow. Get the same thing. They would literally stand outside of the doors. We'd open at 6. And they would be in the parking lot at 5:30.
And you'd still be, and you'd still,
the windows.
yeah, and you'd still be a 0.15.
Yeah.
You know, line and thing. You just got home at 4 a.m.
And then I get calls at 5:45. Hey, can we have 30 omelets to go? I'm like, fuck. And it's just me back there. I'll never work in food service again. That shit was terrible. And I have to do all the prep, and I got to make sure the books are right, make sure my servers have all their stuff.
See, Spenny knows the alternative. That's why he's in the booth.
Yes.
Danny G says BMG killed this list. Killed.
Yeah, he did.
He killed it.
Tyrod Williams says top 5 list of your top 5 lists.
I think we need a couple more before we do that.
We do. I like where it's going, though.
Yeah. Top 5 potatoes.
Could be good.
Yeah.
That one definitely could be done. A lot of love for the top 5 MILFs.
Spenny hates U of M and old people. I don't hate old people. You work in food service for a while, and you'll hate customers too.
Yeah. Dude, you know what one really made me pop and laugh right now, and I don't know why.
What?
And I want your unfiltered, instant reaction to it, Spenny. Top 5 lotto numbers.
Ooh. That's a good one.
I don't know why that's making me laugh so much.
I feel like that goes hand in hand with just numbers.
No, because some numbers aren't. I did my number list, and one of mine ain't in the top 90, 80. That's what you could, at least in a Keno.
That's fair.
So,
top 5 old people.
Top 5 old people. Man, it's number 1.
I kind of like it.
That's a good one.
I'm putting it on the list.
My dad would be number 1.
I'm putting that one on the list.
But what's the prerequisite to old?
70 plus?
No, it's up to you.
Okay. So old at heart. You can be old at heart.
It's up to you.
Oh, I'm putting easy on my list. Fucking 30.
Jay Singles, top 5 body parts.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Shelby Rice, top 5 operating systems. Microsoft Vista with an exclamation point. Windows 10.
Where's Linux at?
Shout out to the Linux folks. Top 5 stripper names. I'm putting that one on the list.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one.
I really, really like that one. Should that one be next week? Do we like it or no?
I like top 5 old people.
I like top 5 old people. I like top 5 numbers.
Yeah, that's good too.
All right.
Motor City Street Scene.
I go with the flow. Whatever you guys want to do.
He said, Spenny, who's your top 5 RILFs?
What are...
I'll explain later. Can't say it on air. But, I don't know. I don't even know if I have a top 5 RILF.
Freddie Felt 313. This is easy. Mercedes, Diamond, Lexi, Porsche, Candy.
There we go.
No, those are... you said...
Stripper names. All right, you want to take it to the people then?
Top 5 cups.
We did top 5 colors already, right?
We did colors. No.
We didn't do colors?
We did not do colors.
I'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
I like top 5 colors. Do you want to have them vote between old people and numbers?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Top 5 old people or top 5 numbers?
Cool.
What did I just say I was putting on the list? I already forgot.
Colors.
Colors. All right. Thank you.
I already did my homework on the numbers.
There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, lots of love for top 5 MILFs and stripper names. I don't know what the deal is.
We know our audience.
Danny G, top 5 countries.
Ew, man.
Cayman Islands. Up there.
Colombia.
You can launder money.
Yeah.
It's literally 85 in the Cayman Islands today.
Where can me and my bag go?
That's all I was thinking about the whole time I was there.
At least you're being honest. Oh, you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
we say that shooting.
Yeah.
Japan, great food, great women, great anime, and they're resilient. They bounce back.
Stop.
You know they know how to bounce back.
Careful, Spenny.
Japan's got to be up there.
All right, real quick reaction. Who is next week? Top 5 old people, top 5 numbers. Top 5 old people, 73% of the vote. You know what we haven't done in a minute?
Old people, just any old people?
Yeah. My top 2 spots are already taken.
Or they have to be alive, right?
Yeah, they got to be alive. Or, well, no.
Yeah.
If they're like notoriously an old guy, like you could put them in there.
I'm taking Jesus out of it. And
No,
say, you know,
but if it's someone, when you say their name, you
He
picture
was
them.
young. He's saying that it was, like, for example, Red Fox.
Yes, yeah. Somebody, you say their name, you picture an old guy, you can put them in there. They don't have to be alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what it's looking like. So if you want top 5 numbers, you better get in there. All right, let's do this then. When we come back, we haven't done this in a minute. We'll announce next week's top 5. Questions for D-Mac.
Yeah.
Ask
D-Mac.
Ask D-Mac anything. Enjoy his truth. Those are his words.
Enjoy my truth. How about this one? You want a beautiful mane like mine? Well, you got to come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. And right now, obviously register to win a trip of your dreams, all expenses paid, suite to the 2024 NCAA basketball tournament. That's right, no expense spared for you and 5 your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Feeling the financial pinch? Mark White & Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will offer up to $5,000 in closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White & Associates today at 248-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White today at 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true. I do have breaking news before we get into the Ask D-Mac.
Yes.
Broder just texted me. Shout out, Broder. He said Panthers just requested an interview with Lions COO Mike Disner. So I'm assuming that's for their GM position.
Man, Panthers just going to take the whole organization.
Nobody. I feel like nobody should want to work for the Panthers, though.
Oh, that
Tepper is a joke.
That's correct. WoodwardSports.com poll has gone final.
$300,000 out the window instead of the drink.
Yeah,
like in cash. He would have just made so many more friends.
Yeah, I agree. So top 5 old people we're looking like, right?
Yep.
All right, it's official. Next week, Wednesday. Top 5 old people. Top 5 old people. Quote, old people. Ask D-Mac. We haven't done it in a long time. We're doing it. Mike G's not wasting any time, D-Mac. Ask D-Mac, better skater, Sergey or McJesus? You don't ask me that question, please.
Like what kind of skater? Like, I think that McDavid might be more, I don't know, durable, like stick hand with the puck on his stick, but I don't think like just flat out skating like Sergey. I think Sergey still has him, but it'd be close.
This is a good one.
I'm biased for Neal.
Mike says this one. Ask D-Mac. Worst player to play against in an alumni game?
Oh, good question.
That is a good question.
So you usually don't want to play somebody who is just sort of recently retired and stuff like that. I'll tell you, right off the top of my head, Ryan Kessler was always one. But he doesn't skate anymore. But that just reminds me in sort of games that don't mean anything. Guys are usually chill enough. It's not usually the retired guys as much. But if there was one, it'd be a guy that just hasn't geared it down enough because he's just right out of the game.
I'm not going to put you on the spot. I had a follow-up question for that, but I'm not going to do that to you. It was going to be who fell off the most, but I'm not going to do that to you. Bradley K, D-Mac, favorite tailgating food?
Ooh, good. Probably the thing that you got to have is I'm a big chicken wing guy. So usually a lot of tailgates I've been at that have been like hosted like that. So like a chicken wing or something or a chicken
ribs.
finger.
I'm big on ribs.
Ribs right there.
Ribs is good.
That's why I'm doing this.
I'm also. It depends how deep you're gonna get, but anytime like to brisket or anything like that, anything that's been cooked overnight.
Sean makes good brisket. Sean Belesian.
Oh, dude. Yeah, and also too. Oh, sorry. You know what? Sausage. Sausage. Cut up. I'm a big.
Who wants more beans?
There you go. But just those big, the big sausage, you can just cut it up.
Yeah.
Because those are easy.
Oh, yeah. Smoked sausage.
Finger food. Yeah.
I'm a big hors d'oeuvres guy. Like the hors d'oeuvres. Yeah. I love them.
Anything that's sort of easy.
Pigs in a blanket.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Love pigs in a blanket, man.
Are we still talking food?
Yeah.
Honey mustard.
Okay.
Caprese skewers.
Oh, those slap.
That's good stuff right there.
Those absolutely slap. The Nightman, D-Mac, who did you want to fight the most but you never did?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's tough because I've been out for so long. It'd be
Brad Allen?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no doubt.
That's who I want to fight the most but never did.
No, I know. I'd have to think about it. I'd want to. I always said it. Somebody says I did get to fight him or whatever, but who would you like to get your hands on one more time back in the day? Now I'm over it, but Jamal Myers was the answer.
I'm over it, but here's the answer.
Yeah, well, that's what it would be. Now I don't give a shit. There's some guys in the game that are playing today I'd like to grab.
Yeah.
Tammy, your boy.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Don't lick people.
He does lick people. It's
He
weird.
did lick people. Marshawn.
Yeah.
D-Mac, what NHL team do you hate the most?
Like Toronto.
Nice.
Yes.
Toronto.
I was going to say, and why is it Toronto?
And it's more of the fan base. And I love Shanny, and I hope he does that. Then they can eventually bring home the promised land. But I mean, it's that fan base is so like. It's
They're the
delusional.
Cowboys fans of the NHL.
Oh yeah, but they could even be worse.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys fans will at least be quiet for a minute.
That's fair.
Chad Fisher asked a question, which we kind of touched on earlier when we talked about Ford Field and how insane it'll be. I want to ask D-Mac, since the Lions game coming up, how much of a level up is adrenaline in a real-time, real big game?
Oh, yeah. It's there. So it's and what experience is so think about it as you get this power surge of energy, right? How do you use that to your advantage so that, like you said, you don't get tired and stuff like this, but eventually you will if you don't manage that energy properly, right? So the fact that the fans are giving it out, and that's experience of being in that moment as a player to be able to absorb that energy and use it to the advantage and not use it to sometimes. How do you see inexperience where guys are too excited, too jumpy, get penalties and stuff like this? This is sort of how to harness that energy, but it's real, man. And you're gonna see. You mentioned they're gonna be mentioning it on on the broadcast. They're gonna say, "Look at this," because that is real.
No, absolutely. El Gato, shout out El Gato. Met him at LCA at the Pistons game. D-Mac,
yeah.
What NHL city has the best puck bunnies?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's definitely where they don't have to wear snowsuits.
So it's not Edmonton.
It's not Edmonton. I'll give Scottsdale.
Hell yeah.
I'll give Phoenix a nod.
Hell
just
yeah.
because the Arizona and
the conditions.
We made our way into, call him the Godfather for a reason, Chris Chelios, and it just so happened that there was a bar in Scottsdale called Madison's that his buddy from Madison, Wisconsin owned. So we used to hang out there, and scenery was great.
Hell yeah.
All right, I think that about does it. Great segment. I'm glad we did that again.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Those are always
man.
good.
Yeah, those are always good. So, hey, we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of the game tomorrow. I wanted to get that off my chest today. I did. It's time to get fully bricked up football-wise as well. So we'll do that tomorrow. We're really going to get into the nuts and bolts of it all tomorrow. Get amped, everybody. Tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, Oakland basketball, ESPN Plus tonight. What do you got, D-Mac? Anything popping?
I got a bunch of podcasts. Actually, Terry Ryan, who former NHL pro, who's on the TV show Shoresy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so going to do his couple podcasts today. AEW tonight. That's about it.
All right. I like it. I like it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, see you later.